about it or ask what was going on. I always thought it was because of the embarrassment they had towards me. The thought that there might be something wrong with their child wasn't acceptable to them. So they just left the pain to the unknown, where it would be locked up safe from the world. I continued living my life, even though I didn't think it was getting better. Every day seemed to get longer and longer and longer. I could feel myself screaming for help, but no words were coming out of my mouth. I didn't think there was hope. No one wanted to help me. I didn't think I even wanted to help myself. At this point, I was trapped in a world of pain. Finally, I just exploded, which ironically was the best thing that's ever happened to me. That day, I went to the school psychologist and asked for help because I knew I had an illness called depression. It all happened so fast. One day, I was contemplating if I was going to make it or not, and the next day, I was receiving the help I needed. Now, don't get me wrong. It has been a long, frustrating, and painful journey to get to the place where I am today. But I'm here, and that's all that matters. Yes, some days are better than others, but instead of being part of the statistic that has depression, I am part of the statistic that is on the way to recovery. And that's all the hope I need to keep me going. Now, when Paulina first read me her speech about a month ago, it brought back a flood of memories for me. I remember last year walking through the halls for the first hour, wondering, today might be the day I'll see a smile on her face, or I wonder what I see her in the cafeteria when I look in her eyes, if I'll see the light and the happiness that I used to, not the pain and the nothingness that I've become accustomed to. Unfortunately, those days were rare to none. I would go home crying, devastated that no one could reach out and help her, save her from the dark hole she was spiraling down. Finally, I realized, and Paulina realized, that the only person who could save her was herself. That was when Paulina stood up and admitted to me and everyone else that she was depressed. She spoke up for herself and went to someone that she trusted. She went to me, she went to the school psychologist, and she started talking more, talking to people, trying to get her foot in that door so she could get the help she so desperately wanted. Finally, that help came to Paulina. She took full advantage of it. She showed up for her friends, for her family, and most importantly, she showed up for herself to receive the treatment she deserved. Now, I have known Paulina since we were 5 years old, and she's a go hard or go home type of girl, and I knew she was going to get as much help out of that as possible. Now, remembering back, watching Paulina go through that difficult journey, as a best friend, I felt completely helpless and worthless. I was so disgusted with myself that me, the person who was known for the longest, couldn't pull her out of the hole to see the light and the happiness the world has. It was the hardest thing to do in my life trying to get her out, that I almost followed down with her. I almost went down her same path. But I clung on to the hope that she could get help. I clung on to my faith that there is a way to defeat this disease, and there is always hope. The funny thing was, though, the hope was always with her because of how much she wanted to recover, how strongly she wanted to stop feeling the pain. And that's for all of you out there. Anyone who has been depressed or is depressed now, there is always hope for you if you want it that badly. Just go out and talk to a friend, a family member, a counselor, a teacher, anybody to help you get the help you so desperately want. Now fast forward to the beginning of this year. Paulina told me about a group at Grayslake North called Night Stars. It is a group of teens that come together to reduce the stigma of depression. A couple of months ago, they went to the sophomore health classes and showed a movie clip made by another organization entitled Erica's Lighthouse. It is another organization that sheds light on the battles of depression. In the movie, there was this girl. And this girl said something that struck a chord with Paulina that she will remember for the rest of her life. She said, "Losing a friend for a week or a month is so much better than losing a friend for a lifetime." Looking back at junior year, I remember the pain and the desperation in her eyes. And I am just so thankful that I only lost my friend for a couple of months. Because I don't know where I would be today if I lost her for a lifetime. So now Paulina challenges you, and I challenge you all to stand up, speak up, and show up, not only to change your life, but to change somebody else's